welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to go through my August Shop My Stash bag, and I'm also going to share with you what I have in my September Shop My Stash bag, and then I kind of give a little bit of an update on where I'm at with my Shop My Stash project. So if you are interested in hearing what I have to say about my August projects, then please stay tuned. If you guys are new to my channel, this is a project where I put together a bag of makeup to use for an entire month. This is so I can try to get some use out of products I haven't used for a while and decide whether or not I really do like these products. And August was a weird month. So I put together my August monthly bag, which is what we'll go through today. But I have to be honest, when I got my birthday haul in the mail, I really didn't use all of these products anymore. And I think that's just because some of these products are really underwhelming for me. I got bored with them really easily, and I wanted to try my new makeup, which it's always more exciting to try new makeup, right? But yeah, it's been really hard to use some of these products because they just don't excite me and they don't make me feel confident when I wear them. I just wanted to be upfront that I did not use every single one of these products the whole month of August. If you guys followed me on Instagram, I kind of mentioned my issues with the Becca Backlight Primer. I do not have it with me. I returned it to Sephora. And I had purchased that primer because I used up all of the primers in my collection, and I thought that it would give a nice like backlit glow under some of my mattifying foundations. After using it for about a week, I hated it. It gave a very weird like metallic cast to my skin under my foundation, and I couldn't figure out why my foundation looked horrible, because normally with this CoverGirl foundation that I chose out, I don't have a ton of issues with it, but it changed the color of the foundation. It made my skin look not as bright, so I returned that to Sephora. So I do not have that with me. And in its place, I bought the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which is in my September bag, and I'm really enjoying this. For foundation in August, I used the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. You guys can you guys see that? I have like nothing left of this, which is super exciting. This is the foundation that I wore on my wedding day. This is embarrassing, but this is the exact bottle of foundation that I wore on my wedding day almost 2 years ago. So I am happy to finally be making some progress on it. I will admit this is not as good on my skin now that it was when I wore it on my wedding day. When I got pregnant, my skin definitely changed. And so while this works for me, I have to be really careful to make sure that my skin is really well exfoliated and hydrated and primed, because this is more suited for somebody who has combination or oily skin. While this used to be one of my favorite foundations, I have foundations that I like better than this. But on that same note, I don't think this is a bad foundation. I think if you are looking for a full coverage foundation from the drugstore, and if you have more oily combination skin, this is a really good option for you. Okay, my concealers. Oh my gosh, you guys. So if you saw my IGTV where I did my face using my August Shop My Stash bag, I used the Revolution Beauty, the matte full coverage concealer. I can't remember the name of it. And I couldn't get any of the product out. So that was originally in my makeup bag, but since it had dried up, I couldn't use that. So that's in my empties. So in its place, I used the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. This is the Radiance Concealer with hyaluronic acid. You guys, I hate this concealer. I have to admit, I don't really have like super dark under eye circles to cover, but I do prefer a full coverage concealer. And this is just not it. I don't understand the hype of this concealer. I bought it because everybody was raving about it, and I just can't get on with it. It's got a big doe foot concealer, just like kind of the Shape Tape type thing, but this does not cover my under eyes, and I really don't even have under eyes to cover, but it doesn't cover anything. You can still see the blueness that I have under my eyes, so I do not love this. I'm probably going to declutter it. And to be completely honest, I used this for about a week, and then I switched to my CoverGirl True Blend because your girl needs to cover up her eye bags, okay? I am a mom. I do not need people seeing my under eye circles. So I actually have used this for most of the month, and I love this concealer. So I probably will be decluttering the Revolution Beauty Conceal and Hydrate. I can't get on with this. We're done. We're done here. I'm working with natural light, so I'm sorry if it's really bright, but I gotta film, you guys. In August, I used the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Powder. I am in the color LC1. This powder is fine. I don't see anything like super revolutionary. It does set my makeup down fine. It doesn't crease into my under eye fine lines. It is a little bit powdery. Like when I put my brush in, I notice a lot of pickup, but I don't notice it being super powdery on my face. So this was fine. I'm not like super excited about it, but I got some really good use out of it. For bronzer in August, I used my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It powder, and this is one of my favorite bronzers ever. I have put a really good chunk in this. I've pretty much worn off like the top layer of the like shiny that this comes with, and this is a really good bronzer from the drugstore. I wear the color 02 medium because I like a little bit deeper of a bronze on my skin tone, and this never looks heavy, it never looks orange. It always just looks so good, and it's not flat. It's not like a flat matte bronzer. It gives a little bit of luminosity and like life to your skin, but yeah, this is one of my favorite bronzers and I highly recommend it. For blush in August, I used the Milani Romantic Rose. This is just one of their powder blushes. Again, this is one of my favorite blush formulas. It's a really smooth matte blush. They have a lot of colors. This isn't a romantic rose color. This is just like a neutral, everyday mauve pink color. I find that this looks good with pretty much any look that I go for. Still really enjoy this one. And finally, for face products, I used the Sculpt and Glow from Focallure. This is in the 01 Maui Nights and Opal. I did not use the contour shade in this palette, but I did get a ton of use out of this highlight. And I see like I've made quite a dent in this. I do have to be a little bit careful with this highlight. If I get it too far into my cheek, it does accentuate my pores, but this is a really good smooth highlight. It can be pretty natural, but you can build it up to pretty blinding if you want. So I really like the versatility of this highlight, and I'm happy that I finally got some more use out of it. All right, you guys, we gotta talk about this eyeshadow palette. This is the Fame palette from ColourPop. This is a 16 pan palette. This is a very cool tone palette, and this was one of my first purchases from ColourPop. I just wanted to have like a neutral, cool toned option to try the formula. And while I'm glad that I have this, I get so, like using this every single day, I got so bored. Like a lot of these like shimmery tones, like these shimmery tones are very similar to each other. So on the eye, I mean in the pan there's like a slight difference in the tone, but on your eyes you can't really tell the difference. And I just felt like the same thing with the mattes. I felt like I was doing the same look over and over and over, even though I was using the different shades. So I do enjoy this palette. I don't feel like it's something that, I actually think that I don't think this palette is available, but if you have like the Bare Necessities palette or any of the new 9-pan neutral palettes from ColourPop, you will probably get the same idea as this palette. But like I said, I just got super bored. I did not use this every single day. The days that I did use this, I felt like my looks were pretty much all the same. You only have a few shades down here to like deepen up and make your looks a little bit more dramatic. So I just felt like really bored with this, and especially when I got my birthday order, I kind of tossed this to the side. So I am happy that I have this, but I'm bored. Like, I can't use this every day. For mascaras in August, I wanted to use up these two. Let's talk about this one first. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Luscious Full Fan Effect Mascara. This is probably the worst mascara I think I've ever used, and I've used a lot of mascaras. This mascara I did not get along with. This is one of the most wet formulas I have ever worked with. And the brush is fine, but like the product gets bunched up in between the bristles, and it just, when you're doing your mascara, it doesn't get onto the lashes evenly. So some of your lashes are clumpy and some of them aren't getting any product at all. But like I said, this is such a wet formula. In the beginning I thought, okay, I'll just let this sit for a little bit and it'll dry out a little bit, and I even kind of sat it with the cap open to let it dry up a little bit, and it did not dry. It did not dry. This isn't even empty, but I can't use this. It doesn't lengthen, it doesn't volumize, it just gets product everywhere. I cannot handle this mascara. We did not get along. But one mascara that I did love, this is the Essence Lash Princess. This is the False Lash Effect Mascara. This is a $5 mascara that is one of the best mascaras I've ever used. I love layering this one with the Honest Beauty mascara, but this lengthens, this volumizes. I love this one, and for $5, I don't know that I could justify buying any high-end mascara because this is so good. The only thing I will say about this is by the end of the day, I do notice that my lashes don't have a ton of product on them. So I feel like I have to kind of touch up if I wanted to have like full lashes all day. That is the only thing that I don't love, and that's why I layer it with the Honest Beauty one. But for $5, this is amazing. Okay, last for August, I picked out these BH Cosmetic Cashmere creams. These are their like liquid lipstick type things, and I wanted to use these so bad. I feel horrible because I bought these and I hardly ever use them, and so I thought maybe using them, or maybe throwing them in the bag this month, I would get some use out of them. But I just am not drawn to liquid lipstick formulas. My lips are so dry and so like textured that any matte lipstick that I put on, you can just see everything. And this formula is really comfortable, but I just on an everyday basis do not gravitate towards these. And the wand is super weird. These are like literally straight little like things. Like there's no like flexibility in the applicator. There's no like, it's just a weird applicator, and the thing is like so small, it's hard to apply with these. But yeah, I hardly use these at all. I'll be super honest. I don't know if I'll actually be keeping these in my collection because honestly, I've tried to use these up, or I've tried to give good use out of them, and I just don't get excited about them. In September, I decided I don't want to just throw products in here for the sake of using them up. I wanted to put products in this bag that I would actually enjoy using, because otherwise I'm just not going to actually use them and I'm not going to get use out of them. I want to use products that I actually enjoy. If I'm not using things that make me feel good and feel confident, I'm not going to use them, and that defeats the whole purpose, and then I'm more tempted to go and buy makeup, which is the whole point of this no buy. For primer this month, I'm going to again be using my Milk Hydro Grip primer. This is the mini version. I have about half of this left. I'm sure I'll go through this, but I'm really enjoying this, and I probably will be picking up the full size of this. For foundation, I am using the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion. This is the foundation I purchased in my birthday haul. I love this foundation and I'm excited to keep using it. For concealer, you guys helped me pick the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is one of my favorite affordable drugstore concealers. Highly recommend this. Can't wait to use that. For bronzer, I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the color Sun Kissed Bronzer. This is, I think, the medium shade. For blush, I have the Palladio Matte Blush. This is in the color Ruby Mate. And this is such a pretty color for fall. It's a little bit deeper than a lot of my blushes, but it is still neutral. It still looks good with a lot of my looks, so love this. For highlight, I'm using one of the highlights I love. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome. This is the metallic highlighter in Molten Rose. I have hit huge pan. I'm surprised I haven't hit more, but there is a huge dent in this. This is one of my favorite highlights ever. It can be really natural, but built up if you want more of a metallic highlight, so can't wait to use this. For brows, I'm using my typical NYX brow pencil. This is in the color Ash Brown. This is the only brow pencil I ever use. I hardly ever stray from this. I love this brow pencil. For eyes this month, I'm using the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette. The Natasha Denona Glam palette just came out and I want it so bad. So because I am on a no buy, I'm going to just use this instead. This is what I used to get my eye look today. This look will be on my Instagram when this video is posted, so go check that out. But I love this little palette. I can't wait to get more of these mini ones. In the fall, I do like to add a little bit more eyeliner, so I am going to throw in my Maybelline Line Stiletto. This is one of the liquid liners with the felt tip thing. I haven't used this in a while, and I'll probably declutter this after this month. I'm throwing in a pencil liner too. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is like a mini version. I think is the color 0. I don't know what the color is called, but it's just a black liner. For mascara this month, I'm using my Hourglass Caution Mascara. This is the mini mascara that I bought in my birthday haul. I've really been enjoying this. Love that. And for lip color this month, I am throwing in another liquid lipstick formula. Now, I know I just complained about my BH Cosmetic liquid lipsticks, but this formula is amazing. This doesn't even feel like a liquid lipstick. It goes on really smooth. I don't have to line my lips if I don't want to. I love this stuff. This is the color Manila. That's what I have on my lips today. It's kind of a pinky brown shade, so I thought this would be perfect for fall. Okay guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here today. If you liked this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you go. And leave down in the comments one product that you are hoping to use up this month. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!